journey of self-discovery. Path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Men's Superpower Live, Sunday the 24th. What's going on? Who's in the house? I want to talk to my brothers today who struggle with the ladies. Yeah. And so I've been staying away, or I've been trying to stay away from talking about dating, game, romance, or anything within that area, which I'm very actually knowledgeable in, well versed with. But I guess because my primary focus has been getting guys off porn and to practice retaining their life force, I think I kind of maybe focused on that too much. Truth of the matter is, a lot of my brothers, a lot of you are struggling with women. Really, the struggle is not with women. You know, let me preface that, or let me preface the topic by saying that the struggle is really not with women. The struggle is with self. It's with your knowledge of yourself, your self-confidence, and your own power. And that struggle, that confusion is pictured outside with women. And so it looks like you're having a problem with women. It looks like you are struggling with women, but the struggle is not with women. The lack of confidence is not with women. It's a lack of confidence with self. It's a lack of knowledge of self. It's because you have not found yourself. You have not found your kingdom. You have not found your flow. You have not entered your own alpha Sabbath, as I call it, for myself and for my friends in real life who have achieved this sort of state of rest and peace. In that state, we don't care how a woman behaves because we are secure, safe, powerful in the knowledge of ourselves, in our divine nature, and we stay in that state of rest. And just as everything else in life submits to that state, so does a woman. And if she doesn't, then she doesn't even need to be in our lives, period. So we let that go. So the goal really is to achieve a certain alpha state, a certain state of elevation, a certain state of higher consciousness, a certain state of higher knowledge of self that will empower you and ground you, that will translate then into self-confidence with yourself primarily, believing in your own abilities primarily, and then that will be outpictured. It will be put outside. It will be pictured outside when you walk in public. That confidence will be in the walk. When you speak in public, that confidence will be in your speech. When somebody says, good morning, like earlier at Target, good morning, I say, good morning to you, ma'am. Full of life. When someone locks eyes with you, your eyes will remain locked with them until they take theirs out off you, or until they acknowledge your presence by saying, hi, how you doing? Or by giving you a warm, feminine smile. Because you will be that power of you, that power of one walking around. And so, one thing that happens in this society is that we have a lot of misplaced focus. So really, we can talk about how to have success with women, how to achieve confidence with women, how to get good with women. But I'm telling you, my brother, I am 41 now. And the many guys who have achieved those things did not achieve them by focusing on the women. You can't. It's impossible to focus these things by focusing on the women. It's really a misnomer at this point. It's a misplaced focus. The focus should be on you. How to develop extreme self-confidence. How to access higher knowledge of your higher self. How do you come to a place of oneness with your own self first? How do you find that point in your life where you stop having butterflies about anything in your life? How do you reach that state where you stop having anxieties concerning any issues in your life because you're so confident, you know that it will work out. And if it doesn't work out, it did not need to be in your life. You're not going to worry about it. How do you achieve that state where when you tell yourself something, you believe it, you know you're going to do it because you keep your promises to your own self first? How do you achieve that state where you become attractive to yourself first? Where if you were a woman, you would want to date yourself first. If I were a woman, I would want to date myself first. Right now, in this state where I am right now, I would want to get to know me. I would see me and I would think, this guy has some wisdom. He has something to share. He glows, he glides around. He's in a state of flow. There is something special about this guy. There is a self-confidence that's almost unbreakable in this guy. I would like to have at least one date with him. And hell, I'll let him lay me. I'll give it up to him. I'll let him put it on me to give me some of that energy. That's how attractive I believe I am for my state, for my level. Because there are tons of levels, right? And we're still taking higher levels. But for where I am right now, I am attracted to myself first. When I talk to myself, in my self-talk, I'm very attractive to my self-talk. I like hearing myself talking to myself. I feel good about the things that I hear in my self-talk. I like looking at myself in the mirror. Lately, since I've been going hard at the gym and burning fat and shaping my body, shaping up, you know, I like looking at myself in a full body mirror. Like, man, my body's changing. Ooh, I see everything. Holes are popping everywhere. Like everything is taking shape. Like, whoa, this is great work in the making. If I can feel like that towards myself, you better believe when I'm naked in a room with a woman, she feels the same way. And that's exactly what happens because she's like, that sexy body. And she's touching the hard places of my body. And so how do you achieve that state? How do you enter that divine elevation? And in that state now, the world will be yours. Because you will walk around like you own this planet. And truth of the matter is, you own this planet because you've been born here. And so, in my life, the way I have achieved self-confidence, the way I have achieved what I call right now really an unshakable and unbreakable self-confidence, and couple that with an indomitable will, is through divine elevation. It's through knowing who I am divinely first. It's through higher knowledge of myself, higher knowledge of my divinity, who I am here on this earth. And that is what I want to share with you today. Welcome to another episode of Men's Superpower Live. Let's talk about how to achieve extreme confidence with the ladies and stop being anxious around them, and how to achieve the Alpha Sabbath, the eternal state of rest, right here on Men's Superpower. Who's in the house? Let me check some of the chats that have already come through, and we will be talking further. Ling, dang, dang, dang. Appreciate you guys for being in the house already. Those likes are already going up. Thank you, Black Iron. Peace. Black Iron King. Peace, my brother. Peace be unto you. Thank you for being in the house. We appreciate you. Ahmed, I see you. What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? Good to see you here, man. Good to see you here. True indeed, Black Iron King says. It's good to see you. Day 615. I was just about to ask about that. It's good to have you. Thank you for reporting on your progress. I know you've been going hard. Black Iron King. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. we have a lot of misplaced focus. It's not the ladies we need to focus on. Boss at home, my brother. Good to have you here, man. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Today we're talking about how to achieve the Alpha Sabbath. This is a concept that a friend of mine of many, many years, Nico T, I see you in the house. What's up? What's up? Manifestation gang. Let's go. We're still manifesting, baby, man. We just manifest a big idea this week. Friday, I went to the gym, and as is my habit, I sat in the parking lot, put on my headphones, and played some meditation music and some affirmations. So, I like to do that to reach a higher state before I go in the gym so that I can really be present and focus and hit the muscles, like to feel the pain. These days, every rep is a conscious application of pure pain to myself. Like I have to feel the pain, and then it becomes pleasure. And right while my affirmations were playing, an idea dropped into my head, and I opened my eyes like, what? And when it dropped like a decision. You know how you've been thinking about something, you've been processing certain things, and you know the manifestation process, right? In the early stage, you're looking, you're thinking, you're processing back and forth, and bam. And so that's a decision, that's an idea that's going to open a lot of financial doors. Is a change of lifestyle, and beautiful. So welcome, Nico T, my manifestation gang partner, and boss at home too, another one of our big brothers. Listen, man, more and more my voice is getting deeper and deeper when I wake up in the morning. It's like, of course, now I work out 5 days a week, which means it's a lot of testosterone going on. It's a lot of, but anyway, and of course, the more belly fat is being burned, is the more my body feels liberated, and the testosterone levels are shooting up. But here we are, and I want to say that I almost didn't sleep last night. I had some fun. I was having some fun, some real good fun that you would want to have. I'm talking about some real good fun you will want to have with the kind of individuals you would want to have. I'm telling you, I murdered something last night. I'm telling you, hours upon hours upon hours. And so I left, and I was on the phone, and I said, I'm about to go live. I'm going to go live randomly. And she was like, oh, really? I said, yeah. The energy is there. I need to do something. This is not time to slow down. This is time to put work in and connect and stay into my purpose. Yes, that's right, my bro. Focus and intention. Yes. The preliminary stage of manifestation is when you begin to look at a particular situation, and you begin to let your thoughts ruminate, let your thoughts come and go about it every once in a while, and you stay in that state for a long time, and it takes shape. It comes from 50,000 thoughts, 25,000, 10,000, 5,000, 500, 100, 50, 25, 5, 3, 2, 1. At that point, it's done. And you say, peace unto me. And you enter into the state of rest and let it extrapolate itself into the real fabric of the universe, into the 3D world. And so, in my life, the way I have achieved unshakable and unbreakable self-confidence is I have learned to get to know myself. I have learned to know both of my sides, my lower self and my higher self. I've spent a lot of time inquiring of my ego, getting to know this guy that I call myself, this entity who's walking around all the time, this entity who's breathing air. And I've spent a lot of years going in the woods, in public parks, talking to myself, contemplating, meditating, documenting thoughts, ideas throughout the years to achieve that state of sheer power. As you can see behind me, right? Can you see power behind me? There we go. You can see it, right? Power. And somebody says, my name is David Feel the Power Hughes, which is you, because I'm all about the power, the personal power. I like to say, all my life, it dawned on me some years ago that the thing that I had been looking for all my life was actually personal power. I know if you have not found that thing, it seems like you're looking for something that's forever elusive, forever. You can't put your finger on it. Every time you think you get it, it leaves you. Whether every time you get a new job, you think that's it, it leaves you. A new amount of money in your bank account, it leaves you, because it's not physical things. It's a mental state to achieve. It's a state of consciousness to achieve. All my life, what I realized, what I've been looking for is personal power. I've been looking to achieve that state where I trust myself first. I move myself first. I give myself command and listen and take the command and do something. Tell myself we're waking up at 5 a.m., we do it and wake up at 5 a.m. Find my own self-discipline first. Because you got to understand, the universe is a mirror. Whatever is in, as within, so below, as one of the Hermetic principles says, whatever is inside of you is what's going to be on the outside. And on top of that, as you live, you are vibrating. And as you vibrate, your thoughts, your belief systems go out into the world in forms of electrical energies, and they affect the people that you meet with. So if you feel weak yourself, if you are out of control yourself, if you lack self-confidence in yourself, you are sending that signal in the universe, in your life, and those signals go and they affect the consciousness of the people around you. And so by the time you enter their presence, they already know a weak man is on the way. By the time you enter the presence, they already know we need to disrespect him. He's not going to say nothing. We need to walk all over him. He's not going to stand for himself, because we've already got the 411. We've already got the energetic 411. We've got it. We know you sucker. You're trying to put on a face. You're trying to put on a show. But energetically, we've already picked your vibrations. We know you're weak. We know you don't know who you are. We know you're looking for validation. And so we're going to trample you underfoot. And that's exactly what happens when you're dating a woman. When you're dating a woman, every time you spend time in her presence, your thoughts go towards her. Your vibrations go towards her. And a woman, being the feminine energy, she is very sensitive and susceptible to your thoughts and to your state of belief about yourself. You don't even need to be in her presence. A woman can pick up your vibration at a distance, and so she already know what state you're in. And then when she shows up with you or wherever she is, she can give you a test. Most likely you will fail it. I've known a woman for 6 years, and she said, you have successfully passed every test that I've given you for 6 years. I swear to you. She said, for 6 years, because I let nothing slide. Because if it does not resonate with my higher spirit, I don't let it slide. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Oh, stop. Let's back up a little bit. What did you just say? Whoa. Let's stay here for a minute. Clear that for me. You know what she would say? No. That I didn't mean nothing. Let's just keep going. It's a test. No. Let's not do that. Oh, hold on. Stop. I need you to clarify this for me. What do you mean? What? It's a test, right? So she said it to see if I would latch on it, if I would want her to clarify it, if I wouldn't say anything. I met this woman. She took a flight. At first, we met at a distance, right? She took a flight to come to see me in Orlando to spend my birthday weekend with me. And she was in my car. We're driving around, and I was saying something. She said, "Shut up." I was like, hold on. I stopped the car like, what did you just say? Hold on. What did you just say? And, she's like, I know you did not just tell me to shut up. And of course, it wasn't in a hard voice or anything like that. It wasn't shut up. It wasn't screaming. But it was like, shut up. But that doesn't fly with me, joke or not. And you know what she told me later? Well, that same night, because we were on our way to dinner. She said, I got to be honest with you. When I said shut up earlier and you reacted, I almost peed on myself. I almost dirtied myself. Because when you give me that look and when you stopped the car and you turned toward me and you started talking, I was like, I'm in deep trouble. This is a serious business. It's a serious man. And you know what she told me? Do you know so-and-so, which was her last boyfriend, 15 years older than her? She said, I told him, shut up once. And of course, it's all a test. And he said, well, please don't tell me shut up. We are all adults. You need to respect me. I need to respect you. I'm an adult. Don't tell me to shut up. But she said, when I said that and you looked at me and you stopped the car and you turned towards me, it was a whole different experience. And no wonder that woman would pursue me for 6 years. I've broken up with her so many times. I've run away from her so many times. But I got to tell you, she's still in my energy. She's still around me. And so the reason that I've been able to always pass at least her test is because I have my own state, my own vibrations, my own self-confidence, my own beliefs that determine if you say something along this line, it's not going to fly. I'm going to ask you to clarify because you don't do that with me. You understand? And so the focus is not how to achieve confidence with women. It's really, or the question is not how to achieve confidence with women. The question is rather how to achieve confidence with you, my friend, your handsome self, with you, within you. And so I talked about your thoughts are units of electrical impulses, right? They are units of electrical currents, rather. They are real thing. Just like your cell phone operates on the ether, your thoughts operate on the ether. Jesus said in the Bible, my words are spirits. They go and affect you. As I'm speaking right now and you're watching and listening, my words go and they enter your consciousness. They are real, albeit invisible to the naked eye, the real units of electrical currents. They go to people. And so the way you feel about yourself is the way you will be treated. Take it from me. There was a time, my brother, man, all I could think about was, man, my life is not good. My life is not beautiful. Money is not right. No, I don't think this lady likes me. I think she hates me. I think she doesn't, whatever. I was in that negative state about myself. I looked at myself, and the majority of what I saw in my life and in myself was negative, right? And I used to judge myself back then, my looks, whether not being muscular enough, or not having enough money, or didn't finish college, or like what. For years I carried that, man, I should go back and finish my degree, and all that junk about myself. It seems like I was condemning myself over and over again, and I felt like SHIT all the time. That translated in a woman screaming on me. That translated in a woman talking to me and talking to another guy. That translated in a woman flaking on me, standing me up, or, basically flaking out of an appointment to come to my house. And disrespect, lack of affection, lack of consideration, because I did not consider myself. I did not respect myself. I did not love myself. I didn't think I was enough. I didn't think I have enough. I didn't think I meant something enough. I didn't think I was valuable. And so all that went into the air and affected and communicated to the woman my state of mind. And she just did me a favor and played out exactly the way I felt about myself. This is the God honest truth of the universe. You cannot get away from it. A woman knows how you feel about yourself. A woman knows how you see yourself and how you feel about your life. A woman knows because she just picks it up. She's the most sensitive of the two of us. She picks up waves of energy. She picks up vibrations. Now, she may not be able to explain to you consciously how she did that. She's just gonna say, yeah, I just have a feeling. I just feel like I'm like, But I tell you, once you change that, she's gonna change her attitude towards you. Let's see what's been talked about in the chat. There we go, Black Iron King. Good to have you in the house. Wisdom is needed to wield the knowledge of self. Yes. Yes. And I like the statement, to wield the knowledge of self. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. How do you say your name? Are you Barat Patre? Barapatre? Is that French? Good to have you in the house, my brother. Good to have you in the house. Well, that's not where I am on today. We're gonna talk about self-confidence or confidence with women, and maybe we'll stay on that, or perhaps later I'll look what that scripture says. So my Bible is handy. Let's go. I'm already in Proverbs. I'm already in Proverbs 31. My last live was just basically on this. If you check my last live, I can't remember the title, but it basically, and that's why the Bible is handy, and my marker is right in the same scripture. Do not give your strength to women, and I did talk about in the notes. The strength is, of course, physical powers, vigor, and stamina. My last live, there we go. My last live was about Samson and Delilah. I said Samson died, and Joseph and Potiphar's wife, and Joseph survived, right? Joseph escaped death. And I think the title was How to Escape Something. So it's very unique. Find that live with the picture of Samson and Delilah contrasting Joseph and Potiphar's wife. That live was on this whole verse. Basically, this verse was the basis for that live. That Samson, given his vitality, his life force to Delilah, eventually died and lost his life. But Joseph, running away from Potiphar's wife, got thrown in jail, but eventually became the prime minister of the same land, where now Potiphar's wife had to respect him because he didn't give his physical powers, his vigor and vitality to women. Now, here's another thing too. That could be tied into this live right now. Because truth of the matter is, if you lack that confidence in yourself, you will give that vitality to women. You will give women your life force. You will give women your strength. Because the way majority of men see it is women do them a favor by sleeping with them. If you are of the mindset that a woman does you a favor by sleeping with you, you will always give yourself away to her because it's an honor for you to give yourself to her. It's an honor to present yourself as a living sacrifice in the language of the Bible. Okay? It's an honor for you to present yourself as a living sacrifice. Appreciate that. Boss at home. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You're the man. Thank you, bro. It will be an honor for you to give yourself away because you put her on a pedestal and you're not thinking much of yourself. And so every time she calls on you, well, you will give it, but more than waiting on her to call on you, you will seek after her to give it to her. This is what Dr. BOA, right? The book of Alpha Anomy. Watch him, listen to him. I get my daily red pill dose a lot of times from him too. And like he says, when we get to the state where I am right here and where he is, we don't deal with many women no more because now it's quality over quantity. And we don't feel like many women deserve our energy and our essence. And so all of a sudden, the pool of women that we can choose from has drastically reduced. If you think all women are available for you, which they are available for you, but if you think all of them are the same for you, like you can go and give your energy to them, then you need to grow. You need to find yourself. Because truth of the matter is, after you have found yourself, you have found your alpha edge, you have entered that alpha Sabbath, and you rest into your power of your into the knowledge of your divine powers and your divine self, all of a sudden, you only can deal with the creme de la creme, la creme de la creme. Really, the cream of the crop, the best ones. Because you can't give your strength and your energy to everyone. And you're going to pick the woman, and sometimes it's just that one woman who respects you the most, submits to you the most, cooperates with you the most, comes alongside with you the most, serves you the most, spends money on you the most, gets excited about you the most, does things just out of sheer pleasure to please you the most. You give her your alpha energy. You give her your essence because rightly so, she's making your life better. And so you help make her life better by giving her that essence. You know, in that state right now, and just like Dr. B always says, just a hug from us means so much to a woman. It's so valuable. And I just gave a hug this morning where she came in and got that hug and squeezed me and pressed. And she put her head on my shoulders and she took a deep breath. And she squeezed me some more and she bring me in and she bring herself and she stayed there and I let her stay there and I held her and then she let go, pulling out in her brand new 2021 vehicle, because she's a big shot, she makes money, but tired or not, just worked 12 hours but spent the night with me She worked 12 hours from 7 to 7 a.m. to 7 p, and met with me at 9 p.m., picked me up, dinner, Red Lobster, and then spent the night. And I spent the night, topping that real good. And so, but she's if one of the few, la creme de la creme, okay? We're talking about vacation in summer, already covered, hotel and flight, nearly $4,000 already on her card. Done. Can't ask me for nothing. I'm being pleased. I'm being taken away. I'm being served. And so this is the state to achieve. What does she get in return? My presence, my wisdom, my inspiration, my power, and of course, those long and heavy, you know what I mean? But overall, just being who I am is so valuable for her that she would reduce all her life and kick out all distractions to focus on me and pursuing me. And so really, the focus is, how do I become a better man? Not how do I become a better man for her. And I guarantee you, man, I've been out there, bro. Man, I've suffered. You know, my life overall is I've had success with women overall. But of course, like everything else, I've had moments of failures. Yes, lots of them. But hang on a second. But all those moments of failures were really moments when I lost confidence in myself. There were moments when I stopped believing in who I was. There were moments when I lost my way in my own mind. And so therefore, the woman I was dealing with had to reflect that. She had to reflect that. And so let's look at some practical ways right here, right now. Things that you can apply right now in your life to boost your personal self-confidence, and that will translate into confidence with the ladies. Depending on how successful this live is, I will continue talking on game and dating. I'm not an expert, but I just know what I know for myself. I just know it's good for me. Whatever my life is out there in this state, it's beautiful. And for years, only when I was on PMO that I really suffered with women. Yeah, PMO, it was the only time in my life I suffered with women, because PMO destroys your confidence. Let me stay here for a second. PMO destroys your knowledge of yourself, because PMO is going to put you into that state of high anxiety, into that mental fog. And that mental fog is the craziest of all, because here's what the mental fog does. It takes your thoughts, your own thoughts, it suppresses them, and now the only thoughts that submerge into your mind are thoughts concerning PMO. For example, going back to it, every time you see a woman out there, it reminds you of a woman that you saw on those videos, right? And so in that mental fog, your real life isn't available to you until that mental fog disappears. Because for your life to be available for you to work on, your own thoughts about your life must be present at any given moment. But PMO with mental thoughts, with mental fog, suppresses your own thoughts, your own willpower, your own knowledge of yourself, your own goals and dreams and aspirations. And you become like a zombie walking around waiting for that fog to disappear. And it's not going to dissipate if you just have another session right after that. And so recovery from PMO becomes paramount. And really, I did not achieve my true power until I recovered from PMO and began to practice withholding my life force. Okay? Let's see what's being talked about here. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you once again. You are the man. You've always been here ever since you stopped by here. We've been connected. I'm yet to reach out to you for our next interview. You know, these are just random lives, but rest assured, very soon I will get to you for another interview. Hey guys, give me a few more likes. That's not enough likes, guys. Man, for all these beautiful jewels, this is it. Nah, we need more likes than that, guys. Absolutely. I just saw 10 guys here earlier, and I still don't have enough likes to comparable likes. Okay. All right. So, point number one on how to develop extreme confidence with the ladies is really that confidence or self-confidence has nothing to do with the women. Your confidence has nothing to do with the ladies. That's where you start. And that's all I've been talking about. Your confidence has nothing to do with the ladies. Because you are in a personal relationship with yourself first. You have so many other relationships that exist before you can have a relationship with a woman. You have a relationship with the universe, the Father, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it. And you have a relationship with yourself through your self-talk, through your self-image, through your self-esteem, the way you feel about yourself, and your self-image, the way you see yourself. I like to say self-image is the way the self sees the self. And your self-talk is the way the self talks to the self. That's a major relationship going on right there. And unless you're winning in that relationship, you can't win anywhere else. You have to be winning in the relationship with yourself, where you can commend yourself to do something and you actually follow through with doing it. And have that confidence in you. Have you, I'm sure you have had at least one glance of true confidence in yourself, knowing that I can do this and I'm going to do it. And I want to do it and I know I can do it. And you just go ahead and do it. You might run into some obstacles, but hey, obstacles is the way. The obstacle is the way. And you just go through it. You're going to do it. Just like right now, I have a major decision I just made that's going to impact my life heavily. But I'm like, there will be some obstacles. I have to make some sacrifices, but I can do it. And I'm going to do it. That, if you achieve that, then you automatically have that with women also. So the first way to achieve the confidence with women is to know that it has nothing to do with women. It has to do with yourself. Now, let's get into the juicier part of these points, right? Now, here's a major problem among men and women too. The way women see men and the way men see women. You have to get to the place where you see women in a more positive light. And what I mean here is you have to get the right knowledge to know, to understand their nature and see them for their nature, what they truly are, and get rid of the negative attributes and negative thoughts you have towards them. Basically, get rid of your resentment of women. Whoever, whichever one broke your heart and how they behave in society, or because you're not having success with them, a lot of resentment could have been built in you against them. You have to see women in a more positive light. You have to recognize that you have a lot of BS in your mind that has nothing to do with the reality of how women are. You have to get books and get research. You have to study NLP. You have to get books like Atomic Attraction, the practical psychology of practical psychology. Whoa, hold on. Practical psychology of women or female, of female practical psychology. There we go, female practical psychology, and so many other books that are based on research that show how women think. You have to get the 3% Man from Coach Corey Wayne, the white dating coach. I like the guy. Is yeah. You have to get these materials to help you understand their nature, as opposed to operating off your own fear. You see, that's the thing, right? You may be operating. So let me go to my Kindle collections and see what other books there that I can throw out there that I'm not remembering on top of my head. That has to do with dealing with women achieving that state. There we go. Okay, yeah. The Way of the Superior Man by Dr. David Data. What Women Want in a Man. You can type that in the Kindle store. And then this one here. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Can You See Me Naked? This is one of the best books. Can You See Me Naked? There's another one, Unlock Her Legs, and it's not about her legs. Unlock Her Legs. And then here is another one, and that one is very good. Penetration. It's called Penetration, a tactical manual on forming deep emotional connections, of course, with women. Penetration, but it's really penetrating the woman's psyche, getting past that defense system, that rough exterior, getting past that gate and be inside, so you really get to understand her nature. You're still not gonna like her nature when you understand it, though. I gotta be honest with you. You're still not gonna like it. You're just gonna have to accept it and then deal with it. You're not gonna like it. Dude, at 41, women are totally different from men. I mean, totally different. We are more focused. We are more pragmatic. What we say is what we say. Man, listen. Women don't have hard principles. And that was a big revelation and shock for me in my life when I realized that one day. Women don't have hard principles like men. Women don't talk about morality. Women don't talk about ethics unless as it relates to the workplace, because she doesn't want to be a victim. That's probably the only time a woman talks about morality and ethics. Or if she's trying to get you to behave, she'll talk about moral standards and ethics to get you to behave. But when a woman talks about herself, for herself, and the way she sees herself, moral standards, ethics, hard principles, societal standards of responsibility, cause and effect do not exist. You won't like that. You will hate it. But over time, you'll learn to accept it. And then that puts you in a better position to have success with women. When you learn that a woman doesn't do something because her principle compels her to, and instead she does it because in the moment that's how she felt and that's what was convenient and that's what was self-serving for her, you're gonna be like, what? Whoa! WTF? Like, whoa! What's? Yeah. She's going to do what the moment requires, what her feelings are saying in the moment, regardless of anything she has said before, regardless of any agreement she has had with you or anybody before. She's going to do what she feels in the current moment and what's going to serve her in the current moment. Remember, she's highly hypergamous. What's going to move her forward in the current moment. And women don't have words. Women don't have honor. And that doesn't make them bad. And that's what I'm telling you. This point is, see women in a more positive light. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them liars. Remember now, a lot of men call women liars. They're not liars. That's how they are. She's going to say to you right now what she's feeling, irrespective of what she's said to you before. And what she's saying to you right now could be totally contrary to what she said to you 2 days ago. Because that's how she felt 2 days ago. And she's going to tell you, well, I wasn't wrong. That's how I felt, baby. That's how I felt in that moment. And so when I said it, I meant it. But now, here's how I'm feeling, and I'm saying this to you. Now you have to deal with it. And this is why confidence with women has nothing to do with women. Because if you don't have the confidence in yourself to deal with this kind of fluid and flaky, so to speak, attitude and doing, that will throw you off. And this is how men get emotional. This is how men get anxious, fight, punch the wall, yell, scream. This is how. Because last thing she told you, that's what you were operating on. And today, she's telling you something that's 360 from that. 360 degrees from that. And you're like, what the? Come on now. Yeah. And this is how now you have to establish yourself and establish your strength so that you can deal with the moment when it comes. Because it's going to come. It's going to come. And so, see women in a more positive light. We have, just like women do, but we're talking about men to women now. We have a lot of unnecessary, illusory ideas about women. They're illusions in our minds. Illusions, for example, illusions that once a woman likes you, she likes you. It's an illusion that you want her to stay with you and be with you forever on that initial connection or attraction. That's not how it works in the real world with women. She's constantly reevaluating the situation because remember, she's in it for her best, and her best is constantly being reevaluated. A woman reevaluates her dealings / relationship with you constantly, almost daily. She's reevaluating, well, why did you not call back? Or why did you miss her call? Are you feeling different about her? She's also reevaluating, does she still feel the same way about you? Does she still want to be there with you? Is there a better opportunity out there? is she missing out on something else? And so this is where now a man must find a way to always becoming his best self. Like becoming your best self must be always a work in the making. Like you must always be constantly becoming your best self, the best version of yourself. Like Dr. B always says, the best, your best alpha version, the best alpha version of yourself. Because if not, hypergamy will get you. Because she's always reevaluating her actions all the time. A woman is always, and that's what really the tests that women give are mostly about, to evaluate, are you still the man for me? Are you still strong? Because last time you got angry or you made some decisions that were wrong, I'm going to test you to see, were those just moments of weaknesses or error of judgment, or have you changed and now you're weak man? And so she's going to test you to see where you're at. And if you keep failing those tests, then hypergamy will get you. She'll move on to the next man. These truths are hard to accept because generally men don't want to change with the idea of because of a woman, but it's not because of a woman you're changing. It works for you. Hypergamy works for you. I like to say, make hypergamy works for you. Really, I began to have real, genuine success with women when I decided to make hypergamy work for me. Because I'm already on a self-development journey forever. I'm already always changing my life. All I have to do is embrace an eternal change of making my life better all the time. So that whatever woman I'm dealing with, of course, the best of the best, because I'm constantly becoming my best, then I get to remain her choice each time. Because just when she thought 2021 hit and I was just going to continue doing these things, and I make a statement like, well, anyway, very soon I will be gone. I'll be gone till November. That's a song from Wyclef, but I like, very soon I'll be gone till November. I won't be around like that anyhow. And I just left it like that. Later on, she brought it up. Earlier, you said that you will be gone soon. What was that reference about? Then I explained. I have some goals, some new projects that will require me to be on the road, to travel other states. I'll be gone. I have to do it. That's my next financial level. That's the next thing I should do in my life right now. And that's what's going to happen. I'll be gone. Say, okay. So, okay. You're going to leave me? I say, hey, that's my priority. My priority is these things. Whatever will happen here will happen. But I got to go. I got to go and do me. And I said, well, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that? You know what she said straight up? Sex. Because she said, I know I can get you, and I can get you. We can talk, but I want it from you. I don't want it from nobody else. It's, of course, that goes back to the alpha energy and the presence and the juice and the renewal that happens when you interact with a woman physically. The renewal that happens in her place, the healing that takes place in her because you have achieved that state. All of a sudden, that becomes so valuable to her, right? So you have to see women in a more positive light. You have a lot of illusions. You need to learn women's nature, how they think. Give me a few more likes, guys. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, what's up? What's going on? Once I realized the lack of morals and discipline, I was officially introduced to the red pill. Yeah. And it's something you have to accept. It's not, but you're gonna go through the red pill rage, as I did. And I've had many clients who went through the red pill rage. Give me a few more likes, guys. The ticker is going down. Give me a few more likes. I have a good number of guys here. Give me a few more likes. If you can hear me, if you can see me and hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. This is a lot of good gems. And so the red pill rage is the realization of, oh my God, I've been sold a lie. I've been told a lie and I've been sold the wrong dream. Oh my God. And now you're waking up. And of course, the next stage to come to is the acceptance of that. I have to be honest with you, some of the men in MGTOW have not achieved the acceptance state. They're still in the red pill rage. And that's the extreme part of MGTOW. There is an extreme part of MGTOW where those guys are angry. And I think that doesn't serve life. I think what serves it is to accept it. And once you accept it, it empowers you. Once you accept it, you now become the man in power because you have the knowledge and you accept it and you know what to do with it now. When you realize that what a woman does is entirely predicated upon how she's feeling right now, not what she promised you 10 months ago, then you're gonna get your stuff together and make yourself strong and be like, oh, I know. It ain't about what's been said before. And of course, now you will be able to get rid of some of the illusions such as holding on tightly to what a woman says. You won't do that no more. You won't hold on to it. She will say something in the present moment. You will know this is for the present moment. You don't go 3 months later and still operate and believe what she said 3 months ago. You will know every single day you wake up, it's a new day of operation with her. It's a brand new day of anything with her. And so you're not like, yeah, she said 3 months ago that I'm the ish basically, and I'm that, No, that was 3 months ago. A lot of things have happened 3 months ago. She has met a lot of other guys. Your behavior, you have had many behaviors and many dealings with her that could have impacted the way she feels in those 3 months. And right now, chances are she's not feeling the same way, bro. So I want you to lose those illusions, because as soon as you lose those, the sooner you lose those illusions, the sooner you will be empowered on your journey. And so I was saying earlier, making hypergamy work for you. If you know that she will always choose the next best option that is serving her right now, if you want to remain in touch with her and want her to continue serving you, if whatever exchange that she's giving you right now is good for you, and I'm saying exchange because right now at this level, dealing with women is transactional primarily. I must be getting something from her for me to give her my presence, my wisdom, my knowledge, and also my life force, and also, putting that good D on her. I must be getting something tangible back from her. It's primarily transactional, and then whatever else. And so, relationship now is purposeful. What is she worth to me? Now listen carefully. The question is not what is she worth? No. The question is, what is she worth to me? What is her purpose in my life? What am I benefiting from her for my life? Does what she do, say, and behave like contribute to make my life better? You have to decide on those things. And if that exchange is good for you, so then as you better yourself, should she, and she will, when the time comes that her feelings are telling her it's time to go up to the next level, you will be the next level because you will have already ascended to the next level. And this is where we talk about women loving men who are a challenge. Like you're a challenge in the sense that you're never static. You never maintain a status quo. Just when she thinks everything is good, life is good, everything, you come with something like, whoa, when did you decide that? What are you doing? because your life is, you're doing your life, you're working on your life. And so you keep becoming her next best choice. Remember, a woman will always look towards her next best choice. But you can become that if you're always working on yourself. If you're always developing yourself. Okay? And so you have to see women in a more positive light. And I'm going to give you the reasons for that, right? First of all, it's their nature. Whatever a woman does is their nature. They're not liars. I'm not going to argue cheating. I'm not going to talk about cheating, but the lying part, right? For example, a lot of times it's the way women speak. It's the way their brain processes information. It's the way they feel about the situation. Currently, in the moment, it's the way they're monitoring the situation, and then they say certain things. Now, of course, we do know, if the caller, if she says no, no, I didn't touch the computer, when we know she did touch the computer, I mean, of course, that's a pure lie. But the way that men hold grudges against women for being liars is generally because, there we go, the man thinks that the woman is still operating off something she said 10 months ago. She's not. Lots of things have happened to change her feelings during those 10 months. So she's no longer operating on that. But she never voiced it to you. You, not having the alpha knowledge, not having the red pill, not knowing women nature, female nature, and psychology, you were still operating on whatever she said 10 months ago. And so the other one in the losing position. And the reason you have to learn to see women in a more positive light, it's because whatever you hold a negative thought towards, you cannot interact with healthily and positively. You can't. If you resent someone, you can't have a good interaction with them. As soon as you show up in that woman's presence, you're going to be anxious because your resentments are going to want to surface. They're going to want to surface because your resentment are really emotions in your body. And as soon as you show up into that woman's presence, you're going to feel overwhelmed by your emotions. And so you won't have any good experience with her. And that's what happens really in relationships out there, in dating, and women too. Women who hate men, women who hold grudges against men for breaking their hearts, for breaking the hearts of their family, for raping the world, for whatever men do, for maintaining the patriarchy. When you go on a date with that woman, it doesn't take long for you to realize, I think she's defending something. I don't know what it is, but I think she's on guard against something. Yeah, she's in the defensive position. Like, you start saying something, whoa, she started talking, she's interrupting you, and she has that bravado, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, you're fighting with someone, not necessarily me, but I think you're fighting with someone. I think you're defending something. I think, yeah, because her thoughts and her feelings and her emotions are resentment against men, period. And so when she meets you, that one man, those resentments surface and they cause her to be anxious and uncomfortable in your presence. And of course, that date cannot go well. So if you want to do yourself a favor to have a better success in dealing with women, you have to learn the true nature and then get rid of the excess garbage and illusions that prevent you from being calm and collected in their presence. Okay? And so now that takes us to the next point, right? You have to lose your anxiety. And I'm going to tell you a few reasons for your anxiety when dealing with women. The primary reason for men's anxiety when dealing with women is pedestalization. The way the modern world has set it up, women are pedestalized. And it doesn't serve women, it doesn't serve society. Women are pedestalized. The modern romantic mandate, listen carefully, the modern romantic mandate is that the woman is the beautiful butterfly men are to chase. We are to please her thoroughly. We are to give her what she wants. We are to, she's the apple of our eye. She has that thing that we're looking for. Basically, she's not a human being. She can't be a human being. She's more than a human being. And it's a favor if she chooses to be with you. It's a favor if she chooses to entertain you, period. And so you must be on your best behavior, get your money together, get your life together, and put on a show to pursue her and get her. And when you do get her, you have to make a lot of efforts to keep her, and you have to keep her on a pedestal. That's the problem. And I'm going to tell you right now, men who've had success with women are men who have learned to get rid of those societal garbage. They are men who have learned to see women just like another human being, which is what she is. She is the female part of the human species. Period. That's it. That's it. She has nothing more than you do that you should want more than she should want from you. When you achieve that state, a woman now will pursue you. She will pursue you for your time, your attention, your touch, your hug, your words, your wisdom, and your sex. Because guess what? You have put things on a playing field. Because when you deal with her now, she knows you don't look at her any more important than you. You don't look at her to have any more value than you. You don't. She's at the same level with you. She's the other half of the human species. She's not higher than you. She don't belong on no pedestal. Because what happens is women cannot keep the pedestal. And that's why men are so frustrated with women. We grew up in this society, put them on a pedestal. They can't stay on the pedestal because very soon she's going to give you a lie, blunt lie. Very soon she's going to do something. Very soon she's going to give you an attitude. Very soon she's going to disrespect you. Very soon something is going to happen. She's going to step out on you and you're going to get all bent out of shape because you have her on the pedestal, which means you had illusory expectations of her. And remember, women do not have hardcore principles and morals that they operate on. They operate based on how they feel right now, and they're always constantly reevaluating everything. So when you put a woman on a pedestal, you do yourself a disfavor and you do her a way more disfavor because you do not allow her to be her true self. The place to be is when a woman does something, you're like, if you didn't do that, I would be surprised. But since that's what you did, I ain't surprised. Yeah, I ain't surprised. I mean, I would be surprised if you didn't do that. Because doing it is in your nature, and I already know it. And you're no longer on the pedestal. So, I would be surprised if you didn't do what was in your nature. That would mean that you're growing and you're getting out of your nature and you're looking at your nature. But since what you did is within the parameters of your nature, I ain't surprised. And so we have to take women from the pedestal. You can still respect a woman, value her, love her if you want, but you don't have her on a pedestal because the pedestal hurts everybody. It hurts you, it hurts her, it hurts society. You know, for example, the same thing for a woman too who puts you on a pedestal. It's going to hurt her and it's going to hurt you because when you do things, you know what she's going to say? Oh, I'm so disappointed because that's not what I expected from you. Whoa, really? Yeah. Okay. How? Well, because she had some sort of illusion about you. She put you on a pedestal somehow, or she had a predefined set of ideas or ideals of how you should behave. And when you behave outside of that, she's disappointed. The same thing for you. When you put a woman on a pedestal, you have a set of illusory ideals and expectations of how she should behave. And when she doesn't behave like that, you're all bent out of shape. You're disappointed. Man, the word disappointment, man, I'm so disappointed, man. I can't believe she said that. I can't believe she did that. Well, it was your own expectations, bro. It was your own illusions. None of that was warranted. It was from you. It was from your own self. You made it up. You believed something. And so it behooves us, man. And this is very important, bro. If you're not gonna take anything from this live, take this. Take women off the pedestal and put her right next to you. Do yourself a favor. Do that. Do us a favor. Do society a favor. Put a woman right next to you. Right now, a woman is right next to me. Not behind me, not in front of me, definitely not above me. Nothing more special than I am. We are both special. We are both human beings. We have things that we both need from each other. But then you have to get to the place of developing the confidence to know that she needs things from you too. Because guess what? Women have done a very beautiful work in society. They have created some beliefs in society that get men into this crazy state where we believe we must always, she's more special than us. Like basically a woman is up here and a man is up here, always seeking to get at the woman, always seeking to get to the woman, to have the woman. Yeah, and that's how women have somehow basically manipulated us, brainwashed us to see it. And of course, businesses perpetuate that through their advertisements, the products, movies. Disney has exploited that greatly to the point where modern women really are just princesses living in a Disney movie. That's what it is. These women are princesses in the movie Disney. They're not living real life with real responsibility and the consequences of their actions. Hell no. They're living in a movie, fairy tale movie, thanks to Disney. And so you have to take women off the pedestal. That's the first reason why you're anxious in her presence. Because on the pedestal, your internal conversation is, she's special. Gosh, if I could only have her, if I could only go on a date with her, I would be honored to have her. I would be, oh God, oh my God. And here you are in her presence. Of course, all your emotions are going to surge up. You're going to feel, because your system wants to make sure that she says the right thing. Your system wants to make sure that she doesn't give you a hint that she's not interested. Your system wants to make sure that, I want to make sure I behave well so that she picks me, so that she approves me. I want to make sure I'm on my best behavior. But in doing that now, you're full of anxiety because you only see it as she has something to give you and you have nothing to give her. And if she gives you something, she did you a favor, man, you couldn't imagine. She is a special woman. She's a wonderful woman. That's trouble right there. That's trouble right there. In fact, it's not possible to have a successful relationship with a woman until you take her off the pedestal. I'm sorry. It's not possible to have a successful relationship with a woman unless and until you take her off the pedestal. Here's what's going to happen. You will enter a relationship with a woman. She will be the one. You will enter her frame. She will be the one with the power. She will be the one with the upper hand. because you put her on the pedestal, and the pedestal requires power, it requires upper hand. And so you will be like, you have a ring into your nose with a chain in it, and she'll be able to yank that chain anytime because she's all the way up there. She can yank you from down there. She can throw anything at you down there. She can trample you underfoot down there. That's an unhealthy dynamic. That's a toxic dynamic. That's a psychologically destructive dynamic. Because now she's a master of you. It's her frame, it's her decisions, it's what she says goes. Forget about submission. And submission here, we're not talking about, when I refer to submission, I'm not talking about, that kind of submission that people talk about, that the woman just believes you, listens to you and do exactly everything that you say. No. At this point, at this level, I think I talk more about cooperation. A cooperative spirit is much better from a woman than submission, because you can get submission from a robot and you can't really get much out of that. But a cooperative spirit from a woman could be way more valuable than her submission, her total submission. And why would you want total submission? Then you would have to be that you put yourself on the pedestal now, and now she becomes the servant and you're the master. And that's another toxic, unhealthy dynamic too. Okay? And of course, all those things are driven by ego payoff. And so it's not possible to have that healthy relationship with a woman until you take her off the pedestal, because you will always have anxiety. You will always try to maintain certain things, look certain way, sound certain way, doing certain things to maintain a certain level for her to keep approving you and to keep choosing you. And that's one hell of a lot of problems to run into. The last thing that you need to lose in order to achieve that confidence with women is your antagonistic approach with women. And I used to have that really bad. And every once in a while, it does come out of me. But I catch myself. Like lately, these days, I catch myself and I just go silent. And it happened even this past week, where as you're dealing with the woman, it seems like you have an antagonistic approach. Like, I want to dominate you. I'm coming to dominate you. I'm coming to teach you. I'm coming to order you. I'm coming to basically make you listen. I'm coming to make you behave better. And that's toxic. And that's a lot of anxiety. And that's a lot of problems to have. And so what happens is, why we have this antagonistic approach to dealing with women is the ego. Men have awakened to the fact that they've been sold the wrong dream, the dream of the woman is the prize to chase, the best thing that can ever happen to you. And so now, and men have been taken advantage of, and men have developed this antagonistic approach, not to be taken advantage of, not to be cheated on, not to be taken for granted. And if you're not careful, that antagonistic approach will ruin your interaction with a woman. Because as soon as she does something, you're like, okay, what's that? What's that over there? Okay, well, I thought you were trying to hurt me or something. I thought you were trying to take advantage of me. So, I'm on my guard. My guards are up. I'm on my cute. Okay, I see. You have to lose that. And of course, to lose that, you have to become more confident in your own personal self. And it goes back to point number one. Confidence with women has nothing to do with women. It really only has to do with you. It only has to do with confidence with your own self. Who else is in the house? You still here, boss at home? Hey guys, give me a few more likes. Got to get a few more likes. And of course, what happens with this kind of videos? it's not it's not putting women down. It's not destroying women. I'm not siding with the most negative guys out there. Let's just destroy women. Women are bad. And so guys don't find this because it doesn't resonate with their lowest self. It doesn't resonate with their ego. It doesn't, because it's based on truth and research and science and knowledge and wisdom. And most guys operate in their ego, and they need that mirror. They need that validation in that mirror to mirror the garbage they already have on the inside. And so it'll be hard for them to find true value in this kind of teaching. I mean, the value is there, but at first you'll be like, nah, man, these HOs ain't loyal. These HOs, blah, 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 blah. So, nah, we're not trying to take this healthy approach here, bro. Nah, we're not trying to do this. Whatever you're presenting here, nah, man. We're out to get them. We're out to make them submit 100%, and we need to dominate them. And that toxic, unhealthy things, behaviors that men have in this society. And so it's hard to get a good amount of likes because it's too healthy. But truth of the matter is, it's for someone, it's for somebody, and that person will find it. And for me, I didn't achieve true personal success or confidence with women until I found out who I was, until I lost my own illusions about myself, tell myself truth, until I learned female nature based on research and observation and science, and accept that, and then carve out a new personality, new ways of life, new practical principles of life to help me operate and deal with them successfully. It didn't happen until then. So it's safe to assume the same for you, that it won't happen until then for you. For the few of you who are still here, ask me a few questions. But first, if you are new here and you don't know what Men's Superpower does, here is what Men's Superpower does, and you might consider subscribing. But first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on NoFap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am. And so now you know, and you might consider subscribing. We are also branching out into other different topics, like today. Real masculine topics, getting into the psyche of men, work that I have personally done on myself throughout the years that have brought me to this place of extreme self-confidence, positivity, faith, indomitable willpower, strong positioning in life, groundedness, positive self-talk, being able to change my state and maintaining a positive consciousness to manifest things that I want to manifest and people that I want to manifest. We are branching out in 2021 into these teachings and these bits of wisdom that I do have, and this is one of them. Nico T, my manifestation gang partner, I agree 100%. Women are as powerful as we are, just in a different way. That's healthy, bro. I need to clip this, man. Shift Command 3. There we go. And I need to take it by itself. Yeah, it's not every day you hear a man give such a healthy approach. Or healthy, yeah, have a man with a healthy approach like that, or view of women. We tend to have that negative view, and it hurts everybody. And quite frankly, I once was there, of course, and that's why I'm where I am right now, because life is a journey from one side to the next. Wherever someone is right now tells you where they used to be. Learn that principle. Wherever someone is right now, it tells you where they used to be. And wherever someone tells you they're going, it tells you where they are at right now, or at least where they've been. So if you meet a woman and she keeps talking about she doesn't want to be with no cheater and no liar, she's telling you where she's been and where she's at right now and where she's moving from. She's moving from lying and cheating. So you need to run away. Spiritual principle. You need to run away. If she tells you, oh, I don't want to deal with no liars and no cheater. Okay, she's done some cheating. She's been cheated on. She's also cheated. And that life has hurt. It's a lot of mess. She's moving away from that. Now, don't take it as intention. Intention is not enough. Action. So don't take it that, well, she's had a bad life. She's moving away from that life. No, she's still there. You can't choose her based on the intention. You have to choose her based on the action, where she's been healed and she's moved away from that. She's now in the new state. So somebody who says they want to get rich, that tells you they've been poor and they're still poor. And that's why they're moving towards money. So where you are right now tells, where I am right now tells you where I've been, and where I'll tell you that I want to be tells you where I am right now. No man dominates a woman or vice versa. We are independent, self-reliant. Still, we can choose to complement each other. Man, look, bro. Man, I already have a lot of appreciation for you. Having been here so many times and whatever we've talked about. But this is among the healthiest, if not the healthiest, view a man can have concerning a woman. This statement is saying, this woman is not on a pedestal. I'm not looking at her as being more special than me or less special than me. I'm not trying to dominate her. No, I need to clip this one too. I'm not trying to dominate her. I don't have an ego problem where I'm trying to, it seems like I need to stroke my ego by making somebody obey me no matter what, or by making somebody bow before me no matter what. Man, all those things are egotistical need. The need for validation, the need for somebody to take a bow in front of us. I'll tell you, in most of my dating experience, I've always dated independent women who are financially independent, have good jobs, professionals, have a good running car, recent car, living in a nice place. Because primarily, I don't want to take care of a woman. And every woman I date, I let them know. I'm not of the mindset of taking care of a woman. I don't take care of a woman. Up to yesterday, I told a woman that. And she knows, because I've been dealing with her for a long time. I don't take care of a woman. I don't believe in that. We can cooperate and pay bills together, pay dates together. I get the hotel, you get all the food for the weekend. You know, that's that type of thing. And that's what I've been doing for years. I'm not going to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to drop you to work. So you got to have a working car. But I'm not losing my sleep to drop you to work and pick you up from work. I don't find any validation from that because I don't need that validation. I don't need you to need me like that. I don't need you to depend on me like that. I don't. You understand? That's the position I'm speaking from. I don't need a woman to need me like that. I don't need to be picking you up so that you can see me as important. No, I want you to have your own car. Be independent. And now if you choose to need me for other things, such as inspiration, wisdom, presence, knowledge, understanding, being there for you, giving you a shoulder, putting that good stuff on you, elevate your soul, help you take that stress out, help you guide decisions in your life. That's where I want you to need me. Not for a ride to or from work. I mean, except your car breaks down, okay? Not to help pay your phone bill. No. I've only paid one phone bill for a woman in my entire life. And that little young woman, she weighed about 125. Ugh. I used to walk around the whole room with that little thing. 125. Man, I picked her up from the bed and got off the bed with her on me, walking around. That little thing was something else. And so we spent the night, and I called her when she left. I think it was planned, but I went for it. I consciously went for it. I called her. Her phone was disconnected. I'm like, oh, okay. I see. But then she didn't come and spend the night with me because of, well, I think it was because of that for that night. But then that was always the habit anyway. It was always the habit. I was always getting value from her. I got a lot of value from that young woman. And so I went to the store and paid her phone. How many times women have paid my phone bills? A lot of times. And so what am I saying is, I've never been in a position, or I've never had the philosophy of I need a woman to need me. Because a lot of guys need women to need them, to make them feel validated, to make them feel important. I don't. I want a woman to call me about a decision she's trying to make and she needs clarity. Not, she ain't got a car, she needs a ride to work. That's not appealing to me. I need a woman to call me and talk about she's trying to get back to school for that higher degree and she's processing these decisions. Yeah, there we go. Or if she should let that credit card go to keep this credit card, or she's trying to put on that vacation or put something together for me and her. That's what I want to be involved in. I want to be involved in her decisions about work, her managerial position, and whatever she's trying to figure out, and she wants to hear my opinion. That's what I want to be involved in. I don't want to pay your phone bill. No. And so these are among the most healthy perspective to have as men. And as a result, I've never really suffered like that with women. So you know how a lot of men have resentment against women because of that kind of stuff. You put yourself in that position, all of a sudden you're paying car notes, you're paying mortgages and rents, phone bills. And of course, remember, she's hypergamous. She's going to go and do whatever she wants to do when the time is right. Now, it seems like you end up losing. Now, you're mad because she took advantage of you. Well, it's because at some point, it was okay for you to take care of a woman. It's okay for you to pay a woman's bills. It's okay for you to pay a woman's rent. It's not for me. So the women I deal with, have great jobs. It's part of my requirements. They take care of themselves, their lives, and they know I ain't doing it. So they better have that savings and better find ways to have that money. Because when that rent is due, don't even that thing's not even up for a conversation between me and them. I'm serious, bro. It's not up for a conversation. You have a good job, you're working. Take care of your bills. This is modern society, bro. And so I don't need a woman to need me. So I don't have that egotistical payoff of, for example, I must be the one to pay for dates. No, bro, I got to be honest with you, man. I haven't paid for dates in a long time. And whatever I pay is minimal compared to what the woman is paying. You just get to that point. You just get to that place. Last night, Red Lobster. I don't know, almost $100. Yeah. Ultimate feast. Drinks, top shelf drinks, whatnot. I don't know. I didn't see the bill. I don't know, but I know based on what we ate, it's got to be up there. Just like that. Then went back to a place, cozy and nice, and murdered that thing. And so, you have to pick your battles. You have to lose that antagonistic approach to women. And the way you do that is by creating this personality in this position of power where you always say what you are, what you do, how you are, and the woman accept it or not. And the one that accepts it will serve you well. Everything will be peaceful. Won't be taken advantage of. I mean, you'll still be tested every once in a while, of course, but chances are you will pass those tests. So confidence with women is really confidence with self. Indeed, Nico T, my manifestation gang. I think we're gonna wind it down and look at the time. We're gonna go meditate some more and then move on to some money making activities for the rest of the day and keep life going. You know, like I said, I partially didn't sleep tonight, but I needed to come here and put this work out there, put this wisdom out there. It's going to help a brother of mine today. It's going to provide some wisdom and illumination to a man today. And that was the goal. And that's the idea. And also, let me say, this is Sex Energy Transmutation. When I feel the energy, when I'm in the inspiration, I did it. I do it. Spent a great night, wonderful time, lots of laughter and dancing and bam, bam, bam. And of course, the person is creme de la creme. Then all that good energy remains. It translates into inspiration. It translates into massive, feeling testosterone, way more of my testosterone. And so I put work in that state. You do your best work when you're feeling feeling like that in that state, because that's a state of flow. Your work will be effortless. When you're not in the flow state, man, everything is compartmentalized. You move sequentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're in a state of flow, you go shoo, like water, like Bruce Lee says. You flow like water. So water is not sequential. Water doesn't go, well, except drops of water. But really in the river or a body of water, there's no sequence of water. It's not like this part of water, that part of water, that part. That's a disconnected and disjointed type of operation. That's what happens to the man who's out of sync and out of a state of flow. He's sequential. He takes breaks between 1 and 2. He takes breaks between 3 and 4. But in a state of flow, Ain't no breaks. You just flow from one thing to the next. The spirit is flowing with you. Inspiration is taking you from this thing to the next. I mean, sometimes you don't even know where you might end up, but you just know you trust the process, and that's new home for you, and you just flow into your new home. Send me one or two questions, guys, before I close. I'm about to head out. Let's go and do something else. Who else is in the house that I did not get a chance to acknowledge? Or who didn't say anything at all? Anything, guys? If there isn't any questions, my name is David Hughes on behalf of Men's Superpower. Men's Superpower is a work in sexual discipline. We talk sacred masculinity. That's exactly what we just talked about. Sacred masculinity. Life force conservation, sex energy transmutation, and as well as sexual, sacred sexuality. Everything I just said here falls under that sacred sexuality and sacred masculinity type of area, where we don't bring the woman down, we don't dominate the woman, we don't run her over, we don't subjugate her, but guess what we don't do either? We don't put her on a pedestal either. In sacred masculinity, we enter a state that I call the Alpha Sabbath. The state of rest, where you rest in God's presence, you rest in the divine, you rest in the knowledge of your higher powers, you rest in the knowledge of your divine self. You operate always at the apex of your consciousness. You operate always at the highest point of consciousness, of knowing that you are a king, of knowing that you are a God in your right, in your position right now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. That's who you are. And that life is for you. And that life cooperates with you. And that life serves you. And that life wants you to be good. And that life is always seeking to do something good to you. This is for you. Life is for you. And no one is against you but your own mind. And that you need to lose your ego and lose your antagonistic approach towards women and towards yourself. And see yourself from a better light so that you can vibrate better energy, so that you can send out better thoughts that will affect the people you meet with, who will then respond to you favorably. Until you find favor with God and with yourself, you cannot find favor with men. That's the spiritual principle, biblical principle. You must first find favor with God and with yourself. That is, you're at peace with God and you're at peace with yourself. You love yourself, you know who you are. That means you have found favor with yourself. You are in Sabbath. You are in rest, eternal rest. And in that state now, you will find favor with men, men being the humankind. People will be favorable to you. People will want to work with you. People will want to give you things. They will want to serve you. They will want to listen to you. They will want to come alongside of you. And yes, that includes a woman. Because at that point, you will have found your kingdom. And you will walk around calling yourself a king. And people will start calling you a king without even you asking them or demanding them. This is the place to come. this is the place to be. And so, my brothers, be good. I'm checking off. Nico T, be good. Boss at home, be good. RXH Lude, what's up? Be good if you're still here. Black Iron King, if you're still here. Barapatre. Ahmed. I don't think you stayed long. And remember this. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. Don't go anywhere. Stay on this journey. Stay on this path. I'm telling you, because I've stayed on it. I've been reaping massive, incredible benefits. I got to be honest with you, bro. Sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, man, how did I get here? How did I achieve such a strong, powerful personality and state and belief system and self-confidence and presence and direction and vision? Like, whoa, solid stuff that get people rallied after me. How? But yeah, it's because I've stayed on the journey. I've stayed on the path of self-development, self-expansion, self-love, self-knowledge. And in that state, eventually, it will deliver to you what I've gotten for myself. Be good, brothers. Remember, you are kings. Stay in your kingdom. Until next time, namaste. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey.